Hey, today's episode of Brick, Oil, and Smoke, I'm coming to you from about 40 miles north of the Tampa Bay area in a place called Weeki Wachee. We're right off of US 19, and as you can see, we're at the corner of Gopher Road and Rattlesnake Camp Road, wherever that is, right? And out there in those woods is a spirits distillery called Enjoy Spirits. Never knew it was here. I'm 50 years old. I never knew this place existed. So we're gonna go check it out. And apparently they also have a craft beer area and a cigar deck, and plus they make a whiskey, rum, some other things I don't really know. We'll go check it out. This is all new to me. I couldn't be more excited right now. So without further ado, let's head on out to Enjoy Spirits. You are watching Brick, Mortar, and Smoke. Remember to subscribe and like. Okay, I've been driving for a while on like dirt roads, and I know I'm still on the right track because you could see there's still a little sign that says Enjoy Spirits Distillery this way, so I know I'm not lost. But I will tell you this much: you've got to drive pretty thick into the bush to get to this joint. Catch up with me later. While the trail was getting weak, but now it is getting strong. Wild Buck Road. Hallelujah, we've arrived. We are at Goff Ranch, home of Enjoy Spirits. And as you can see, I'm rolling in.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Welcome to Enjoy Spirits Distillery. We are home of Wild Buck Whiskey and Mermaid Rum and Rise and Shine Moonshine. If you look over here, you're going to see our farm craft area where we actually do our bottling down there in that little building down there, but we actually grow our grain. It's a 401 black rye is what we grow. We also grow sugar cane. We grow 7 different types of cane. We juice the cane here, and we make our mermaid rum out of that. If you look also over here, we use water from our watershed roof. We filter it 3 ways. We use reverse osmosis, charcoal filtration, and a UV system, so our water is also very pure. So Bruce, if you look over here, you're going to see some of our umbrellas and our tables. They're all 6 foot apart. We do the 6 foot distancing for our guests. We allow people to bring in board games, cards if they want. They stay the day here. We have a beer garden. We have Crystal over there she's serving our local draft beers on tap. We have wine and sangria. We also have craft wines that we pour. On Saturdays and Sundays we have hamburgers and hot dogs, and we'd love for you guys to come out and visit with us.
Go.
Okay, Bruce, so what we do here is we start with our water. We use rainwater, which has been filtered 3 different ways. We use reverse osmosis, charcoal filtration, and UV system. That is our boiler. We put the clean water in there. We heat that water to 212 degrees, that's 500 gallons. And we use hoses above and fill up what we call a mash tun. This is a early 1960s dairy tank that we have repurposed. It's jacketed. And what happens is this big piece of hickory has a motor on top, which has some paddles in there, and this is where we cook. But prior to cooking, we need to grind our grain. So that big water wheel out there runs on a belt. There's a variable speed pump attached. And what happens is we grind 900 pounds of grain in order to do a batch. So we grind the grain. This is a repurposed grist mill from Meadows Mills that's been refurbished for us. We also have another grinder on the other side, which I'm going to show you. But we're going to take this 401 black rye, which we grow. We also get some from other farmers in Florida, so we keep it all local. So Bruce, once we're done with cooking, we cook for 12 hours. We let this cool down. We transfer it into what we call an open air fermentation tank. This is actually a cypress tank. It's very similar to what they do in Scotland. It's called open air fermentation. Right now, there's just water in here. The water is always maintained when we are not doing a mash so that the wood does not shrink and we get it all over the ground. As you can see, we have a couple leaks going, but that will swell up for the next time. Monday, we'll start doing another mash. What we do, Bruce, is we let this sit in here 48 to 72 hours. After that fermentation transfer. Once that fermentation happens, we transfer to what we call, this is a stripping still. This stripping still actually separates the spent grain from the alcohol. So what happens in a very simplistic way is the spent grain stays on the bottom, the vapors actually rise, they cross this line arm, and then there's condensing coils in here. There's 25 of them that have cold water running through them. They chill the vapor back into a liquid. So out of this thing called a parrot, we get low wines. So this is our low wines. Low wines is a low-proof first part of the distillation. It's the first stripping of alcohol off the grain. So this is drinkable. You wouldn't want to drink it, but you could. We're going to take that. We need 80 gallons of it to run our finished still. This is our finished still. It is actually from Portugal. It is a copper pot still. It runs 16 hours. The first part of the distillation is about 4.5 hours long. We call that heads of 4 shots. We don't use that. We use the hard cut only. So about the 5th hour is when that starts flowing at a certain temperature. And we're always checking. We use things called hydrometers that actually, we put the liquid in here as it's flowing hard cut, and we're looking to see exactly what the specific gravity of the alcohol content is, so we know where to make the cuts. Now, the last 4 hours of the distillation is called the tails. We don't use that either. This is the finished product in the barrels. We age at average 3.5 years, although we do have some 5- and 7-year-old products. We use American oak barrels. We use different sizes, 5s, 15s, 25s, 53s. We always use a char number 3. We like to use Kelvin Cooperage barrels because they are an open flame barrel inside the char is, so we feel like we get a better product. This is, again, all our rye. We have many of these containers where when we close these containers, we're getting about 140-degree temperature, and we want that between the whiskey and the rum. Now on our whiskey, we can only use the barrels one time by law because this is 100% rye. If this was a bourbon or if this was a blended whiskey, we could use the barrels over and over. But what we do is we age our rum for 3.5 years in a lesser charred barrel, and then we finish the rum 90 days in the empty whiskey barrel, which gives our rum a really incredible spice taste. We have, usually in the wintertime, we do more tastings here. We also have a bunch of video on showing you how we do what we do. We do host weddings here. We have a lot of concerts here. We do a lot of charity events. So let's go through here and I'm going to show you some more. Just watch your step. Bruce, welcome to our tasting room out here. We, again, host a lot of parties out here. People are welcome to just come, chill out for the day, have a beer. We don't let drinks like beer and wine to come in here, but we have all that for you, so you don't need to bring any coolers with you. So Bruce, this is our whiskey. This is 100% rye grain whiskey. This is not a bourbon. It's not sweet like that. This is going to be a lot like Blanton's, a lot of Woodford, Makers. Although a lot of Macallan drinkers, a lot of Jameson folks really love our whiskey. It's 100% rye, 100 proof. You'll also notice that beautiful colors come in strictly from the barrel. We do not add any kind of caramel colorings to our products. We're an organic farm here. We are non-GMO. We do not genetically modify grains. We're a certified granary. We're on our 9th international gold medal. So Mermaid rum is considered as an agricole rum. This is sugar cane that's pressed. We actually grow 7 different types of cane here. They all have to be cleared with USDA. But this is a beautiful rum. It's kind of like an island rum. The colors come in because it's dumped into the whiskey barrel for 90 days after it's matured 3.5 years in a number 2 char barrel. This rum kind of smells like Bananas Foster, kind of butterscotchy, but it's strong. It's going to be much different than Captain Morgan or Malibu or Myers or Bacardi. This is going to be more like Appleton, Zacapa, or Cruzan. This is not for everybody. This is our moonshine. This is 150 proof shine. It is a rye grain shine. Here we do not call this moonshine because moonshine just has that negative connotation. Here we call this raw whiskey. It's exactly the same thing as this is. The only difference between these two, this has never been in a barrel and it's 150 proof. So people ask me, what do you do with this? I have people drink this on the rocks with a twist of lime or lemon. I have people that will take and make limoncello. They'll soak cherries. I have some very high-end accounts that do dessert cocktails with this. In fact, I have a 5-star hotel that likes to serve this with an orange liqueur and coffee. It's a dessert cocktail on a big sphere of ice with shaved dark chocolate. I also have a Marriott that had tried to do and they loved them, Bloody Marys with this. So it's very much like a vodka or a gin. It's just really strong, but really, really smooth. It doesn't burn the back of your throat like you would expect for 150. Here is our craft cocktail for the day. Today I have made a strawberry peach daiquiri that's made with the rum. All this is just a juice. You can get it at Publix. It's Tropicana. It's in the orange juice section. It's in the quart jug. I take about this much out. I reserve it. I put 2 ounces of the rum in there and then a half a can of ginger ale just to give it a little bit of fizz. And then I cut up strawberries, and it's a great drink for summertime. Hope you'll enjoy it. We also have fresh eggs here. We have cakes that are made local. We have rum cakes made with our rum, with pecans, some without. We have t-shirts. We also have our whiskey is for sale here. The whiskey's 60, the rum is 40, the moonshine is 25. These two are available at most liquor stores. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, Total Wines, Publix Liquors. I would call first to make sure it's in stock before you go to the stores, but otherwise you can always come here and buy here. This is not available in the stores. We only sell the moonshine here. We also have jams and jellies made with our whiskey and rums. We also have 400 hives here. Our bees every quarter do a different type of honey. This is a wildflower honey. We have handcrafted soaps. We have sugarcane syrup. We also have buck rub that's delicious on steaks, hamburgers, ribs. We have cigars. This is from our best buddy here. Love the guy.
Arnold Seraphin.
You got it.
Yeah.
We did a story on him. He does the best cigars ever. I have people buy 10, 15 cigars at a time. There's nobody better than him. We also have coffee. This is Mountaineer Coffee in downtown Brooksville. They make our coffee for us. This is whole bean. It's actually soaked in our whiskey for 21 days and then roasted. You do need a grinder, but you should not grind it until you're ready to actually cook your coffee. Make your coffee. We have sangria mix from Strong Tower Winery. We always support local wineries. We also sell their wines, cups and glasses. And there you have it.
Question for you.
Sure.
Can we order online? Can we order by phone?
So you can order online on our purchase link, but I cannot personally help you with that. There are liquor stores that will actually send it to you. But we prefer you to buy here. A lot of liquor stores, they can do it. They are licensed to do that. It's against the law for us to actually ship product to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have that license. We are distillers, not distributors.
Okay, coming into the distillery, you feel like you're in Walt Disney World. Remember I told you that long ride through the woods? We're here. There's a stage where they have live music. Right over there are the bathrooms. Let me show you. Really beautiful. There's the doghouse right there. Right next to the doghouse is the outhouse. No lie, it says outhouse right on it. Check it out. And over there, men's and women's bathroom. And then we're about to walk into the main part of the facility. This place is so charming. Look at the sitting area they have out here. And over beyond, a couple areas where people can sit, gather, and chat. You're allowed to bring food here from elsewhere. They have hamburgers and hot dogs, but they have food trucks sometimes. Over there is a tasting room where we'll be with Natalie later, checking out the rum and the whiskey. Over there, picnic tables. Another cool thing about Enjoy Spirits is you can smoke a cigar anywhere on campus, so to speak. And here I am at the beer tent, smoking a cigar, having a Cop Brewery IPA. Cop Brewery is from Crystal River. Maybe we'll check them out next time. But I must say, I am blown away. Everyone that lives in the Tampa Bay area, you have got to come to this place. It will blow your mind. I do feel like I'm in Frontierland at Walt Disney World, okay? Except for there's great whiskey, great rum, and great beer, and you can smoke, and there's no rides. So that's it for this edition of Brick, Mortar, and Smoke. I'm gonna leave you guys now, but before I go, I wanna let you guys know that you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Wild Buck Whiskey, Enjoy Spirits, and Enjoy Spirits. You guys got it? Good. All right, now leave me alone. I'm enjoying my cigar and my beer. For this edition of Brick, Mortar, and Smoke, it's your boy Bruce. I'm out.